One of the first digital products I ever sold on Etsy was a super simple printable planner. And years later, it's still making sales. Digital notebooks and planners are one of the easiest products to create. And since so many sellers are making hundreds, even thousands of dollars from them, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too. I'll also show you how to offer a physical version of your notebook at no cost to you, which can help increase both your sales and profits. We're going to jump onto Canva. If you don't already have an account, you can sign up for free using your email. And if you want access to their pro features, they have a 30-day free trial available as well. So we're gonna start with a blank artboard. Let's go to custom size. And for this demonstration, I'm gonna create a 6x8" notebook. You can of course make a larger one if you want, like an 8.5 by 11". And create new design. I'll go over to elements and I want to create a vintage looking cover because I did some research on designs that are not only making tons of sales right now, but ones that I naturally gravitate towards. And honestly, the cover is what's going to grab people's attention when they're deciding on which notebook to buy. So I'll search vintage floral background and see what comes up. Under graphics, let's go to see all. And any of the ones that have the crown icon, that's specifically for the pro plan, but any of the other ones are free to use. I love this one here, so let's click on that. What's great is you can customize the colors of these patterns to make it your own. So just click on the image and then you can click on these colors and customize it however you like. So I'm just gonna play around with these colors until I land on something I like here. Okay, so there's a few ways I can use this pattern. I can right click and set image as background if I wanted to cover the entire artboard. So I'm just gonna undo that. I can also, of course, just extend the entire image to cover the artboard, or I can duplicate it, so Command D or Control D, and place the patterns side by side because it's a continuous pattern. So let's duplicate that again and just repeat the process to just continue this pattern, which I really like. Okay, so I just want to add a title here that says notebook. We're going to keep it very simple. So let's clear this. So I can either select the square under shapes or just hit R on your keyboard for rectangle. And let's just adjust the size here. Let's make this a white, and then under stroke style, let's make it solid and then just make it a weight of 1. And I'm just going to match the color to one of the colors in the pattern here. All right, let's go to text, add a title, notebook, and then let's go to farmhouse wildflower. That's really pretty. And let's change the text color to this dark blue here. Now, before I forget, I'm just going to change the title here to digital notebook. Now the cover is just as simple as that. You can see how easy it is to create, and you can duplicate this and create as many covers as you want, which I'll show you in a bit. But for now, let's add an interior page. I'm actually going to copy, so Command or Control C, and then Command or Control V because I want to use the same font here. And I'm just going to write in notes, and I'm just going to add a line for date here. I'll change these to black. And let's make this farmhouse wildflower, and let's just make it smaller. Now you can go into elements and grab a line under shapes or type L on your keyboard. Let's go to stroke style and bring the weight down. So I'm just gonna do something like that. All right, now let's add in all our lines. So again, we're just gonna type L. Let's bring it up here. Select it and hit Shift on your keyboard as you drag it all across the artboard. Then Command D to duplicate. Then select this little icon here and just drag it to how wide you want the spacing. I'm gonna do just over 1/4 inch. And then before you deselect, hit Command D on your keyboard as many times as you need to fill up the artboard. So just to show you how wide I made the spacing, you can see it's about 0.281 inches. Okay, so let's add a little graphic here that resembles the front page. So I'm gonna type vintage flower and see what comes up. Let's go to graphics. So I found this one that I really liked, and what's great is I can just customize the colors to match the cover. So let's just play around with it a little. You can customize this page however you like and add in more details and information, but again, I'm just gonna keep it super basic. Let's go to grid view, and then you can duplicate this page as many times as you want to include multiple pages for your customers. So I'm just gonna duplicate this 20 times. When you're happy with your digital notebook, you can go to share, click on download. Let's select PDF standard, and then you can download all the pages in one file. Because this was so simple, you can just go to file, make a copy. We can call this one digital notebook 2, and then you can literally just change up the patterns. And then I would go back into grid view and just remove all of these extra pages if I want to change the graphic inside. Or you can keep that graphic and just choose a different cover that would still match the interiors. If you want to open up a whole store full of different notebooks, then you can do some research to see what other types of covers you really like. I personally like the covers that have really cool quotes on them, and that's why I created this really simple cover with another vintage flower, and then I just slightly changed up the interior pages. Now, some customers prefer to receive a physical copy of your notebook as opposed to a digital copy, and you can offer this entirely for free using a print-on-demand company like Printify. Printify will create, package, and deliver your notebooks to your customers, so all you have to do is upload your design onto their website and they'll take care of the rest. So you don't even have to worry about inventory. They also integrate with so many platforms, so you can easily connect your store, whether that's on Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, or wherever it may be, and Printify will get notified each time you make a sale. I've shown exactly how to connect your shop or website to Printify in this video here, so I will link that for you down below with the actual timestamp for you to follow along. I've partnered with them in this video, so you can use the link below to sign up for free and follow along to upload your notebook design. So to clarify, you're going to create one listing that offers just the PDF document, so the digital file of your notebook to your customers, and then a separate listing that offers the physical version for the customers that prefer the physical copy. So if you go into their catalog, you can really have fun with all the different products you can create for your shop. I'm gonna go straight into bestsellers. And under each product, you'll notice the cost that Printify charges to create it. Now, you don't actually pay this amount because it gets factored into the price of your product that your customer pays for. But if you have Printify's premium plan, you're able to keep costs lower for your customers, which gives you a huge advantage over your competitors. If you use my code SandraD at checkout, you'll get a 1-month free trial of their premium plan to test it out. And you can cancel at any time if you prefer to just stick with their free plan. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Spiral Notebook, and in this case you would only upload the cover of your notebook. So for the physical copy, you're not going to be uploading the interior pages, it's just going to be lined pages for your customers, which is totally fine. You would just clarify that in the product description. So let's go to Start Designing, and like I mentioned, we're going to need the cover photo. So if you hop back into Canva, you can go to Share, select Download, and then under File Type, select JPEG, and I'm going to increase the quality here if you have the Pro plan. And I'm just going to select the first page. Let's hit download. Let's go to upload, select my device, and it's right over here, Digital Notebook 1. Okay, so let's just slightly adjust it to fit the page. And you can preview it at any time to see what the notebook would look like. And I actually think this looks really, really nice. And what's great is they offer mock-up images for your product. So this looks really pretty in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and save the product. And then from here, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to follow the prompts for each section. So here's our mock-up. If you wanna upload more mock-ups that you've created of your notebook, you can do that here. And you can use the mock-ups that Printify created for you as well. So if you go to View All Mock-ups, and let's say I wanna add this one in, I can select it and you'll see it come up right over here. So let's say I want to add this one, let's select it, and then this one's really pretty too. Then we can go to Save Selection and you'll see it added into your mockups here. We already have our title and description, but I do recommend going in to add some keywords that describe your product to help you rank better in the marketplace you're selling on. So for example, if you're selling on Etsy, then you're gonna want to add more keywords in your title and description to help your customers find your product. And then same goes with your tags. We're just going to leave personalization off. And then this is where you can choose all your pricing details. So I would just do some research to see what similar notebooks are going for in terms of shipping and then the total retail cost. And it breaks it all down really nicely for you to let you know the exact profit you would receive after every purchase. And then once you're ready, you can either save this as a draft if you want to go back and change a few things, or you can publish it directly to your store if you've already integrated your shop. Check out Printify for free using the link below, and you can start designing and publishing your digital and print-on-demand notebooks today. If you'd like to know how to sell basic Canva templates from scratch, you can check out this video next, and I'll see you there.